All right, fire signs. Thanks for tuning in to the Wood channel. This is May, and I am here to chat with you about Saturn retrograde and the rest of July. We're halfway through, or a little more than halfway through. Saturn went into retrograde on July 13th. And I just wanted to chat a bit with everybody about, what they need to pay attention to, can pay attention to. Because, of course, not everything is going to be for everybody. But yes, I trust that this will find all the right people at the right time. Fire signs, in any placement that matters to you. But, alright, let's get right into it. What do you guys need to know? What's a message for you guys? It's a message for the fire signs during the Saturn retrograde. Saturn will be retrograde until November 27th. So, Cancer season to Sag season. So this ends in y'all's realm. When Saturn stations back direct, it'll be Sagittarius season. So maybe that's a significant point in time for all of us. Fulfillment. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue and fulfill your purpose. Embrace your unique journey and trust that it's leading you where you need to go. So, Saturn retrograde. My fire folks. It's sounding like y'all are reevaluating, reviewing, taking another look at how you've structured your life to bring you a sense of fulfillment. So maybe you're at a time in life where you are not feeling genuinely fulfilled. Or you are fulfilled and you just want to, tweak some things, do some maintenance. Trust that you know yourself and trust where you are. I don't know if you can hear that with the dryer going off. So, trust. Potentially reevaluating the things that you've trusted up until this point. I'm not going to be on here long. Just want to give you guys, just something short and sweet to ponder over. And, maybe if you ever get in a time over the next few months where you're just feeling certain types of ways, and you just need a reminder to know that there is an underlying vibe going on for all of us in our own unique way. So, how can my fire folk best utilize this energy from the Saturn retrograde? Ninth house, exploration. It's a number 47. 4 is a very foundational number. mixed with 7. 7 is a highly spiritual number and definitely has a lot to do with seeking to know the self deeper. And the 9th house is the house associated with higher learning, publishing, broadcasting, belief systems, philosophies, morals, things like that. So definitely getting the vibes that many of you are feeling called to switch it up, feeling called to learn more. You're at a point where you're realizing there has to be more to this than this. Or maybe you've been on the journey, you're at a different point in your journey, and you're just still exploring, and it's still all an adventure to you. And maybe you're ready to take it a step further. Maybe you're ready to publish something. Maybe you're ready to broadcast something. Maybe someone's ready to hear what you have to say. Maybe you've already reached out to do these things. Saturn retrograde is a time where you can very easily reap what you've sown, as far as anything in, the ninth house things, higher learning. So if you're thinking about going back to school, getting approved, it's definitely a time for that. Hard work does pay off. Being responsible does pay off. And taking risks and having a sense of adventure. Don't ever let anybody knock that out of you, especially as a fire sign, especially being in tune with the element of fire. I'm going to read from the guidebook about the 9th house. If your chart were a village map, the 9th house would contain the international airport, university, or broadcasting tower. The 9th house is the original World Wide Web. It speaks of how we expand our world through official and unofficial higher education, travel, international understanding, philosophy, and global communication. Action. Go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or a spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It is hard to see your bubble, the lens for your experience, until you step outside it, look back at your socio-economic milieu, family and friends, and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. You are being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand that real diversity in a person, ecosystem, or company builds resilience. Push your unique boundaries. If you are an urban international traveler, you may be most stretched by a small town life. Read the philosophy and spirituality from a far corner of the world. Once you've done all this work, share what you've learned with the world as a speaker, writer, traveler, teacher, or internet diva. Wake up the world. Challenge. When you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. Gift. Widen your horizon and expand your world. Explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you. Damn, that's cute. So yeah, fire signs, let us know what we need to know. What y'all been out here learning? I like to know stuff like that. And just another quick message for y'all for just the rest of July, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Rose, number 12. It is associated with Venus in the moon. On Friday, Venus Day, Mercury is going to be sextile Venus. So what does that mean? It's a good time to communicate what's on the heart. So the rest of July, it'll be wrapping up Cancer season and moving into the beginning of Leo season. So, we've all had time since, the beginning of Cancer season to really get in touch with our feelings, the things that nourish us, the things that make us feel nurtured, and also the way we share our nurturance with others. So before we wrap up the watery season, we get a day to where it's a bit, if you really just sit down, it's a bit easier to just share what's on your heart and share love. Reach out and share your love. The rest of July, it'll be a very self-loving act to share what's on your heart. So, maybe that's where you've been exploring your own heart, and now potentially you're ready to share it with somebody else. And that's so cute, and I'm so happy for you at 456. And do it, please. Live it up. And recognize that you've come to a different place in life. And loving is never the wrong thing to do. Rose, union, bliss, unconditional love, merging with the other, oneness, nourishment, purity. Reversed, conditional love, secrecy, separation, disconnection from the sacred. Guidance. It is time to allow for greater love in your life. Allow the dance of trust and intimacy to heal and open your heart. Like the rose, you are rising from harsh soil through the path of thorns and challenges as you grow and blossom in your spiritual journey. Look deep into your heart and see where you might need more love and affection. The white dove reminds us that through childlike trust, we can navigate the most challenging of pathways with an undertone of joy and presence. Remember, you understand how love is the doorway, and through this sacred embodiment, you are able to birth anything into manifestation. Let all creativity, all sexual and nurturing connection be attuned to the vibrational powers of unconditional love.